Band together, your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete.
When you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bears take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Well, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side with Harris. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. From the 50, here's Fields. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and that will come the offense as they take over.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. A shotgun snap, Fields. It's caught, Smith. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's got this down to the 35. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. A quick throw out to Lockett. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Here's Fields. He's got Smith here. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Fights off the defender. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Harris. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Harris. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Damian Harris with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, Cousins. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On 3rd down, Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
On 1st down, it's Harris, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run got a couple, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Fields. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd, he couldn't catch it, now 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play. They're going to call a punt team as it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Out of the gun, Fields. Complete. Smith has it. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. 2nd down and 7. Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give. This is Cook. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Cousins now. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Khalil Mack in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. On second down now, it's Cook. He takes it to the 15, a nice display of power. And gives him a nice pickup. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. He's going to get this one down to Cook, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And this one is right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that was a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the second quarter. Plenty of time to go.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Fields now to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. This is Harris on the draw. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. They're
results in a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
Cousins to throw it. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They got the lead. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense.
He's got a man, complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where you see the final score there. Jared Goff, terrific in the win, as his guys up their mark to 7-4 with the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
3rd and 2, Fields.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 31, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Cousins going for it all. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Josh Palmer, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. One play action, Fields. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now here's another carry for Harris. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They hand this off to Harris. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They're working out of the gun. Cousins. Open man is Palmer. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They stop it for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Hands it off out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
To throw is Fields. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, the protection was pretty good there. He was able to hold on to that for a long time, but just nobody could get open.
Excellent coverage downfield. As you mentioned, no one could get open, and he's just trying to avoid the sack and get the ball out of there, but he ends up dumping it off, and it ended up as a negative yardage play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Play action now. Cousins. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Minnesota. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On second down, it's Cook, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. And his kick is indeed good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Harris going to get it again on second down. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Fields. It's caught, Lockett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
On 1st down, Harris. 70 yards on the ground for him so far. Working with a 2nd and 3. Here's Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris, and he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Now it's Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Cousins on 1st down.
And this is going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He'll dump this off to Cook.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Cousins now from the 50.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Cousins. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, baby.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They run with Harris. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is.